From beating down your block to Don Julio, Monaleo is an artist I discovered in the early days of the panty. And I'll admit, at first I was super surprised at her lyrical capabilities. But with the release of her new project, Throwing Bows, I've realized that over a short period of time, she's quickly perfected her craft, grown her confidence, and she might just be onto something with dropping songs with her man. The project feels like a combination of turnt tracks, paying homage to her hometown of Houston, and maybe even a love letter to all the girls out there who need to straighten up and leave these losers alone. Let's get into it. But first, welcome to the channel. Hey, hi, what's Zam with it? I'm C, and I do rap and pop culture commentary. So if you're into that, subscribe and hit the like button. A couple of weeks ago, I did a video on underrated female rap artists, and Monaleo was included as one of my top choices. If anything, she's more overlooked than underrated, but with the release of this new project, it feels like a reintroduction of who she is, what she's all about, and as a longtime fan, it shows me some versatility with her hopping on beats that sound a little different from her usual, and a few unlikely collaborators. Because if you would have told me that Monaleo and Baby Kia would match each other's insane in the membrane ass energy on the track Wham Bam, I would have been like, nah. Being introduced to Monaleo with Beating Down Your Block always felt like she came out the gate swinging. Sometimes it feels like rappers will tease their capabilities or hold back a little bit to show us what's to come, or when they aren't really feeling as confident with their music, whether these are insecurities they have deep down inside or a label is pushing this on them. But to me, it always seems like Monaleo was extremely sure of her talent with no expectations to slow down. She's been on a single spree, dropping a couple every year since 2020, and each one has been better than the last. While her 2023 debut album, Where the Flowers Don't Die, felt like more of an R&B rap project filled with the emotions of surviving hood struggles, whack relationships, mental health struggles, and bringing forth new life, her new project is a kick in the ass to all things old. There's only room for the new Leo. Perhaps kicking ass while staying cute is the overall theme of this project, because from the moment she started rolling it out, showcasing the album artwork of her literally throwing jabs, it immediately caught my eye. If you've ever seen so much as a glance of Monaleo, you're sure to notice her signature girly pink blinged out Hello Kitty style, which leads me to believe that the title has a double meaning, throwing bows in the most violent way possible at anything or anybody playing with you, and throwing actual cutesy bows, keeping it cute. The 10-track EP is a bit short and sweet, coming in at only 27 minutes long, 2 minutes shorter than her debut album, but look, I ain't mad, okay? Get me in, let's get turned, then get me out, just like the club. What Monaleo doesn't give us in length, she makes up for when it comes to lyricism, excitement, and her infamous ad-lib. She comes in strong with drunk freestyle, which I can only imagine is true to the name. This track feels like the equivalent of going straight to the studio after cutting up in the club. One thing that you'll quickly notice about Monaleo's raps in this song and pretty much all of her others is that she is a punchline princess. Sometimes they're pretty clever, but they're almost always funny, such as lines like, "Of course I took the nigga trick, I got a leg up on these tricks like a high heel." I'm always a fan of artists putting their hit single as either the second track on a project or just save it all the way until the end. But Don Julio clearly needed its own moment after she came hard on the first track. Next to songs like FNF and Wannabe, Don Julio just feels like one of those Southern summer party tracks. If I didn't hear it while scrolling through social media videos, it was definitely on at a few functions. One of those young and turned hits. Even if I'm not the one to sip Don Julio, she needs a little brand deal or something. And as a visuals lover, I was a big fan of the music videos, both the remix with Route 49 and the solo version, where we can see Raymondse twerking in the background. Actually, we need to occasionally let this be a thing. Come through male video vixens and dancers. Twerk some while the girls rap this gangsta-ish. I'm here for it. I do find it a bit surprising that she didn't put the remixes on the project. I found it really cute that she named each one like different versions of Don Julio, the Anejo remix with Route 49, and the Blanco and Reposado remix with Skilla Baby and Anicia. But if anything, I think these remixes were added to kind of push the track on social media. The project overall is stronger without them. Pimpin' Ain't Dead and Eater are two tracks that bring all of the Texas flair. Very player, very Mo City. Monaleo says she'll put a nigga in a pickle because he knows the deal. Get it? Per usual, I love when artists have a song or two that showcases the love for their hometown. 9 times out of 10, it has the ability to garner more attention on your local radio stations, at parties, and as a listener, it transports me to your city. Eater feels like the stronger of the two songs. Maybe it's the way she opens the track. Oh, you love me? What do you mean, Justin Bieber? Or the fact that she contemplates going from Benz to Beamer, likening her boyfriend's mouth to a vacuum cleaner. And even the feature from Sauce Walker is solid. This is probably the first time I actually ever heard Sauce Walker rap. I feel like in my eyes, he's a social media figure. This is a great collaboration and one of my favorites on this tape, next to Passenger Princess Gibbets. Monaleo is the type of artist I would rather hear go off on song single, so when it comes to features, it needs to be someone that she really meshes well with. And I feel like this mixtape shows that. For example, I really love the musical relationship that Monaleo and her fiance Stunna for Vegas have. And although we've witnessed rappers collaborating with their misses and mistresses before, it feels so natural between these two. Bro is the ultimate hype man, and whether he's putting gibbets in his Crocs and hyping Leo up in the video, or even managing to be her ride or die on Queen and Slime, it works, okay? Super underrated title. As an alternative music lover, I love that the rap girls have been tapping more into tracks with rock star vibes. Megan with Cobra, Glow with Bad Bid Fire. So Monaleo taking the opportunity to sample I'm Broken by Pantera from Guitar Hero was everything on Queen and Slime. Don't get me started on Wham Bam. I think I might really have some screws loose. No, but really, I've always loved horrorcore, and there's something about Leo saying that she wants your head in a jar on her nightstand that just feels like she's really on that. But most of all, one thing that I love about this project is that Monaleo seems to bring out a different side of her collaborators that makes me enjoy them more and want to dive more into their music, from Stunna to Baby Kia, and even Callie on Flush 'Em, a track that feels like the intimate girls chat with your hood homegirl who is so sick of seeing you out here looking stupid. Like, she really cares about your ass. Overall, I would say that this project feels like the version of Monaleo that's here to stay. I recently read an interview she did with The Fader, and she mentions feeling discouraged while creating certain songs on the project. Sitting in the studio, reading comment sections, feeling like people didn't really mess with her music, and how everyone wasn't the most receptive to her previous project. But rap music has almost always felt like a place where being vulnerable and sentimental sit someplace on the back burner, so I get it. Monaleo has spoken so much about her struggles in interviews and songs, so despite being excellent at rapping, we can keep it real. Niggas probably ain't trying to hear all that. And now that she understands what her audience wants, she can deliver. Anyways, do you listen to Monaleo? And if so, how do you feel about her as an artist? How do you feel about the project? Do you have a favorite song? I really enjoyed Gibbets and Eater most of all. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.